I'm going to give you an introduction to the DSC 3g3070 and give you some basics on how to connect everything up. The primary thing to remember on this does not work like other cell units do on other systems, on the Honeywell GSMX or a GSMX VLP or a GSM VLP. The Alarm.com cell units. This works completely different than all of those because what this does is simulates a phone line. So all of your programming that you do is going to be exactly like it would be as if you had a regular phone line. And so a lot of guys, they'll call up and they have questions about, on this cell unit if you have to have the account number and receiver numbers, or on other cell units if you have to. This is the only one that works just like a phone line. So the first thing that you need to know about this one, to make sure you get a proper connection, this little guy right here, your antenna, needs to get a good snap in there. Otherwise, it won't make a good connection with the actual, and it can kind of be a pain. It won't make a proper connection with the antenna. Alright, see how it clicked in there. Two, on any of these, you want to do your battery power first, and I've talked about that a lot. Before you plug in your AC power wires on this thing, you want to make sure that you get battery power to it first. Otherwise, it's going to end up showing a low battery signal and cause you all sorts of grief. Three, you don't know how many times I've seen guys connect these up wrong. Red to red, black to black. I know it's obvious, but it's easy to get that mixed up. And then this thing has a little guide on it to guide you on the right way here on the unit. Other basics you've got on here, you're basically going to be replacing your tip and ring on here, and that's going to be coming from your T1 and R1. So remember that T1 and R1 are outgoing, and then tip and ring are the incoming. Okay, so T1, R1 on the cell unit, tip and ring on the actual panel. And then the last thing that you talk about is that there are two different ways to get power to this unit. You've got positive and negative, these last two terminals here. One, which is always recommended, is this power supply that comes with the cell unit. A lot of times there's not an outlet nearby, but what you can do is a lot of times your AC power wire like this is doubled up, and it's in a spot where you could that the outlet itself has another open outlet to it. So what you can do is you can separate these two wires and use two of them to splice directly into your panel, right? And then use the other two to where this can actually plug into the wall. You would splice the other end of it onto here. So those are your basics on the DSC GS3070.